Welcome to Cox Connections, a link between you, our customers, and what's happening in the community we share. I'm Kim Stanley, Vice President of Operations for Cox Roanoke. Developing a successful small business is an important part of building a strong economy. The Roanoke Regional Small Business Development Center is there to help startup companies as well as established businesses. Center Director Wayne Flippen is here to tell us about programs that help turn good ideas into solid business plans and ultimately successful businesses. Thank you for being with us, Wayne.
Thank you for having me.
Good to see you as always.
Thank you, thank you.
So why don't you talk to us a little bit about the Roanoke Regional Small Business Development Center?
Well, first of all, I'd just like to thank Cox for the opportunity to talk a little bit about what we do, because it's not a very well-known thing in this area. First of all, let me just explain a little bit about what the Small Business Development Center is. We're one of 29 centers across the state of Virginia. We happen to be hosted by the Roanoke Regional Chamber of Commerce, and they are also one of our supporters. In addition to the state SBDCs, there's 1,000 of these across the country. So we're part of a network of these organizations that support small businesses. I would like to just mention how we're funded. There's two basic streams. One, we have municipalities and we have businesses and organizations that provide cash or they provide in-kind contributions. But then the Small Business Administration, or the SBA, provides $2 for every $1 of cash that we raise through these contributions. And that means that we're able to provide professional services to our clients with little or no cost to them. And that's one of our key selling points.
Let me interrupt. When you talk about the Small Business Administration, is that like a federal project?
That is a federal funds that comes down through the state office and then actually through a regional office like the government usually likes to do into us. But yes, that we are partially federally funded.
Okay, okay, good.
And our mission is to help small business get started, to grow and develop. We are an arm of economic development. We work closely with all the economic development arms throughout our whole region. Our region is the greater Roanoke region plus the Allegheny Highlands.
Great.
So, and we're here to help small businesses grow and prosper.
So it's not just about startup small businesses, but it's also helping, existing small businesses who may be changing their business plan, who may be experiencing difficult times.
Well, first of all, the small businesses that we serve, 60% of them are existing businesses. So not only do we help startups, but we do help existing businesses. And in the Roanoke area, over 50% of all of our jobs are provided by small business. Over 90% of the actual business entities are small business. And what has happened over the last few years is that 2/3 of all the new jobs created are created by the companies that are less than 5 years old. So we see this job growth and our rebound from this economic situation being greatly determined by how well we are successful with our small businesses.
So that really speaks to why small businesses are so important to our economy overall.
I think that the key to getting us out of this economic jam is going to come through new entrepreneurs, and it's going to come through small businesses that are going to be able to grow in size. Actually, our target market is the company that's been in business for a year or two and wants to double in size, because that's the biggest opportunity for economic growth and for adding new jobs and for creating new income for this area.
Wow. So that really just reiterates why they're so important to our economy, why the focus on small businesses. But this isn't something new for our valley. I mean, you guys have been doing this for a while.
We have, and one of the things that ends up with a lot of the organizations like ourselves is that we're sort of a secret, and it kind of comes in and out of fashion. But right now, small business is hot. Anything that we can do to help our business economy grow is going to be a great asset to the community. We have professional counselors certified, and we're prepared to provide all sorts of services to people as they come in.
If I wanted to start a small business, why is it important to come to you guys or to seek assistance from you?
Well, first of all, that's what we do. We're solely there to help the small business. And we do that by helping startups and by also helping existing companies. But a startup in particular, what has happened with this economy, there are a lot of people that have been laid off, or they've lost their job, or they've reduced their hours, or their income has dropped. And so now there's a large number of inquiries of people who say, well, you know, maybe it's time for me to start a new job or a new business. And in some cases that's true, but what we'll do is we'll handle these inquiries. We'll try to get them into one of our classes for how to start up a business and see if we can, if they really have what it takes to start a business.
How much does this cost?
We do not charge anything. Our classes, we charge a nominal cost for our classes that typically is between $10 and $35. That does not even cover our basic expenses. But our counseling, which are certified counselors, is no charge to the clients. So we're able to provide a professional service at no cost.
Gosh, so why not use it?
Why not?
You know,
why
absolutely.
Not? We're another resource.
Right, right. So what are some of the services that you help? I mean, you talked about, you know, counseling, you've got certified counselors. What are some of the services that you provide to these small businesses?
Well, the small business owner may have a great idea, maybe an entrepreneur. Typically, they'll have some parts of their business that they're really excellent at, but there'll be gaps. So what we try to do is to help them with the gaps. And it's very difficult sometimes to predict what that gap is going to be. Typically, of late, the financial issues, lack of cash management, lack of a real marketing plan. So when a lot of these companies get into distress, then they'll come to see us and they'll say, well, you know, how do I get this thing turned back around? So we'll do marketing planning, we'll do strategic planning, we'll help them with their financial analysis and help them with their cash flow management. Maybe they've got some banking issues. So we'll help them with any part of the business where they have a gap. And we have no skin in the game, so sometimes it's easier for us to do that than maybe for their bank or for other people that have a little bit more vested interest.
Right, right. So, you know, of training, it sounds like, and then also one-on-one counseling service?
One-on-one counseling. With our economy over the last few years, we're doing a lot more education. How to read financial statements and how to look at your ratios, and there's a lot more financials. But our training, every month we do a business basics class, which we try to steer our new business potential developers into. We teach about how to start up a business, what to do, how to do a business plan. And then if they wish to go on beyond that, then we'll actually work with them on developing a business plan and or get appropriate financing.
This is just truly remarkable for the community, for the whole region, it sounds like, and I applaud you. How long have you been doing this?
Well, I've been in small business and in business for over 35 years, but I've only been at this position since last September, so I'm fairly new to the Small Business Development Center.
Well, I really appreciate what you're doing, and why don't you tell us how to get in touch with the Small Business Development Center? Well,
first of all, our website is www.rrsbdc.org.
Okay.
It stands for Roanoke Regional Small Business Development Center.org. You can also reach us at the Roanoke Regional Chamber office, and that's downtown. 983-0717 is our number. You know, just if you go on and look at SBDC, it'll phone you back to us.
All right. Thank you, Wayne. It's always good to see you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming on the show.
My pleasure.
Okay. Still to come, programs for low-income individuals and families help break the cycle of poverty. Learn more after the break.